This could be pretty strong. I don't really know what Sterling has in store. What are his plans for transitions? There's gas going down now, so he can certainly try to pump out some units, but he's gonna need some good tech in place to deal with the stem and with the marauders that are gonna be coming from Elov. Looks like Elov's also cutting SCVs here. He's fallen behind a little bit. Well, maybe I'm speaking too soon. Only having lost that scout. Now Sterling's going to lose his scout, and things will once again be even. Second rack's now down for Sterling. He's going to stick with the bio units. Bunker going down as well. He knows that there are 2 racks here out of his opponent, so he needs to be ready for some kind of crazy pressure. But beyond that, still not a whole lot happening. Guys, please support SC2Rakeback.com because they support esports. If you're a poker player, that's the rakeback provider you need to be using. Great organization, fantastic sponsor. I'm very proud to be a part of this. And a Reaper out here for Elov. I really actually like this quite a bit. This Reaper is going to be very fast and very mobile. He's going to be able to harass quite a bit. But these Marines, whoa! Watch out, Reaper! Marines are going to shut him down. He's got nowhere to run to, no terrain to climb, but he is much faster. The question is, will this Marine popping out be able to deal with him? Oh dear. Yep, he's going to die. So that Reaper does get 2 SCV kills. Does that justify the cost? I would say probably so. We do see that Elov is ahead in SCVs, but he's also down on bases. And rather than doing any sort of 2 racks pressure, it looks like he's just going to go expand himself. So a couple Marines and a Marauder out on the map. On the production tab, we see Stem on the way for Elov. And he is just adding drones, adding gas, playing that typical game. Sterling going up to 4 racks. Sterling's play looks very tight, guys. I'm not going to lie here. If we look at the APMs, Sterling clicking along at a very healthy pace, about 130. Don't know what level either of these guys are. Your guess is as good as mine. But both guys spending their money fairly well. We see on the army tabs pretty much equal supplies. Although Sterling does have that expo down, and because of that, he's hammering away at the economy, way ahead, getting the extra mining because he's got better saturation. Of course, eBay going down now for Elov. That's going to be for detection and for upgrades. Factory also coming, and okay, it's just going to be like mass barracks with some tank support. This is just typical, maybe dare I say, Marine King style TVT. Lots of Marines. Reactors starting to go up, Stem being researched. Sterling looks like he's going to be content to make the best unit in the game, which is, of course, the Terran Marine. Gas is going down at his expo now. Oh, here comes a little push from Elov. I can't see this doing any damage whatsoever. Oh my god, the Marine advantage is tremendous. Sterling opting not to engage, though. He's going to get a free Marauder here. Elov not paying a whole lot of attention. And gonna back off and go home. Stem not quite done for Sterling. I feel like he probably would have engaged where it finished, but it's not. Only 1 guy in gas there in the natural. Scan going down for Elov, and okay, we're gonna see reactored medevacs, or maybe even Vikings, or maybe even both, with lots of Marines, and I guess the tanks are gonna be later. Okay, yeah, this is definitely just Marine King style. Medevacs and Marines, abusing the mobility, making as good of use of Stem as he possibly can, spreading out his opponent and lagging. That's no good, Sterling. Some Marines are going to push out here across the map, and he's going to catch Elov's units here at the Zelnaga Tower. Elov, you got to see this. Stem going down for all these Marines. He's going to run the... Oh, dear, Elov, I do not like this at all. Your whole army... not going to die, but going to take significant amounts of damage. These Stem Marines just going to town. Elov hauling ass back home. The question is, does he... Sterling's going to turn around. He says, well, after Stem, I'm not feeling so confident. So dropping back to that Zelnaga Tower, content to have dealt a little bit of damage on the Army tab. We see Sterling starting to inch ahead. 72 supply to 53. That's not inching, guys. That's sprinting ahead. 15 supply lead at this stage in the game. Less than 10 minutes in. That's pretty substantial. Pure Marine medevac being pumped right now. Double eBay as well for the upgrades. Man, Marines are just so good. I'm not going to lie. Combat Shields is done here for Elov, but he just doesn't have many units. He does have siege tanks out, and he's going to be relying on the exceptional range and damage output of those tanks to keep this bio army at bay. The problem with siege tanks, though, is they're so damn immobile. if he sieges up at the front, what's to stop Sterling from dropping in the back? Or vice versa. So one tank is down. It does have no vision at all. So I don't even really like the positioning there. Medevac's out now for Sterling, who is going to push up. He's going to step into range of this tank, but with well, nope, he's not, because he's scanned. So you know, here the waiting game begins. The lull that is TVT. Third expansion down now for Sterling. He's trying to catapult himself further ahead of his opponent than he already is. 92 supply to 78. A very strong, healthy lead here. Just constant tank production off these two factories, and Marines being steadily pumped off the two barracks. So Elov definitely taking the more passive route. Sterling loading up all of his Marines. That's 32 Marines in 4 medevacs, and he's going to come around to the back of Elov's expansion. I don't feel like this is even going to be close, guys. Elov is unsieged and out of position, and more importantly than that, without the siege tanks, his army is not going to be able to deal with this. But look at this, Elov choosing to push now at the same time. Sterling's just going to go for it. He does have tons of Marine production back at home, so he probably is hoping that he can defend his main as this counter push comes. There's the drop, picking off one factory. Oh, going to kill every one of those SCVs. That is not how you want to defend against Marines, Elov. And just attack moving straight up the map, going to try to deny that third base, but second factory going to die. No units being produced at all here from Elov. More SCVs being... Elov, what are you doing? Oh, he's lifted his command center. All right, Elov going for the Hydra command center in the corner strategy in the old base trade here. As everything in the main of Elov is going to die. Sterling, however, able to continue producing units, and I feel like Sterling can just hold this choke. Of course, there are siege tanks out. This is going to complicate things. Whoa, siege tanks do so much damage. Maybe not, guys. Maybe this is going to be a base trade of epic proportions. So Sterling has dealt with the main. The natural is sprinting away at about 5 miles per hour. The natural of Sterling going to fall as he just creeps these tanks up in range of the barracks. Now, if the production gets taken out of Sterling, I feel like Elov's going to win this game because Sterling cannot engage this tank army. Well, I say, he could, of course, drop all over it. We're just going to have to wait and see. SCVs being pulled. Marines and SCVs going to kind of all in right here. If Sterling can deal with this push, he wins the game because he does have a base and Elov does not. So that's the big question. Can Sterling hold this push? Where is his command center? Is it gone? Oh, here's one command center. Where's the other? I'm so confused right now. All the buildings being lifted. Sterling just trying to play as patiently as he can. Some units being pulled out of position. Elov, you got to micro your army, man. Slowly leapfrogging in, but with these siege tanks and so little infantry support, I feel like Sterling's got the better position here. And here he goes. Marines being pulled off the line. Siege tanks doing tons of damage. First tank comes under fire. Oh my god, I just can't tell who's going to win here. Command center burning down in the middle of the map. All these Marines being loaded up. Now this is 32 Marines. And I feel like he can just drop on these tanks and win the game, but it's still going to be close. If Elov would spread everything out, I think he would have a much better chance to hold here. Oh my gosh, only 3 Marines. He's got no chance of holding against the medevacs, and he does spread out. And he's also landed this command center, and he's starting to mine once again. So here come the Marines, and the SCV's going to drop all over the siege tanks. Moment of truth. A good spread here. These Marines are going to stem, and oh man, I was wrong. That was one-sided. GG from Elov. Sterling takes 2 games and goes up 2 wins in this SC2Rakeback.com King of the Hill. Okay, guys, Sterling, King of the Hill, 2 wins to his credit, going into his 3rd game. Trying to get 5 in a row. 5 wins means $25, which is not a bad payday for a few games of StarCraft. This is the SC2Rakeback.com King of the Hill, and I'm very proud to be bringing it to y'all. SC2Rakeback.com, certainly the most active Rakeback website in all of esports. Please, guys, if you're a poker player, if you use Rakeback, please use SC2Rakeback because they do support the esports community, and also because they're just so damn cool. They did just sponsor a show match between TLO and Cats, which TLO won in decisive fashion. So congratulations to him, and thanks to Cats for playing. And here we go. This is Sterling versus Nuke Noodles. Nuke Noodles, the pink Zerg player, spawning down here at 6 o'clock. Sterling, purple Zerg at the 9 o'clock position. Sterling just showed us 2 very impressive TVTs in one game, stealing his opponent's reactor with an engineering bay, and in the 2nd game, actually just straight up outplaying his Terran opponent with some very solid bio medevac play. And as my buddy Aquanda has ninja'd his way into this game, he's asking me, what's going on here? Alright, guys. So as we said, Sterling versus Nuke Noodles. This is a TVZ. I'm very excited to be casting a TVZ. This is a very interesting, dynamic, exciting, difficult, fun matchup. And Aquanda saying he's met Sterling at a LAN. Little plug there. Means Sterling must be a pretty solid player because I know Aquanda is damn good. And stuff. So anyway, moving on from that. Hatchery first here out of Nuke Noodles. And Sterling is going 1 racks with a supply depot there. Also has that gas. So this is looking very TLO-esque. I would not at all be surprised to see a factory with some Hellions. Also would not at all be surprised to see a reactor on this barracks. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Oh, no. Oh, wait, that is a factory. Exactly what I predicted. So we will see some Hellion harass into whatever Nuke Noodles